What is this Lego-looking wooden object with cup-shaped protrusions, approximately 15 by 60 by 6 inches? My parents found it in an antique shop in Portland, Maine, and have hung it on their wall. Any ideas? It's a foundry pattern, probably for a tubular steam boiler end plate. There would be holes where the tubes connected to each other. A fire under would have heated water running through the tubes. Another plate would have been on the opposite side. What is this thing that looks like one end goes on a drill? It came with an additional rubber grommet that holds the hook in place. I got this at Flea Mart, about 1.5 feet long. It appears to be stainless steel. It's a weed extractor and bulb drill. It lets you point, press, and spin your way to a weed-free lawn. It helps you get rid of your lawn weeds once and for all. What is this cement obelisk-shaped pillar? About 3 feet by 1 meter long. There's a metal piece on the front and date on the back. I found it in a residential neighborhood in western Pennsylvania. I've seen a couple of things around. It's near where I live. I'm originally from the Midwest, and I haven't seen anything like this before. That is a mailbox post. The metal piece is for an old cast iron mailbox. Back in the day there might be one of these every few blocks. Small ones attached to telephone poles and small concrete posts. The mailboxes are gone, but some of these 4-foot-tall pebbled concrete obelisks remain standing. What are these 15 to 20 inches long 1 to 2 inches diameter hard wooden spikes? I found these at a small town antique shop near Bryson City, North Carolina. No context. I almost bought an almost new ATM sitting next to these. I have some theories. At first, I thought they were vampire stakes, the wooden stake to the heart, or knitting tool. What is your theory on these? Those are wooden fids, used for splicing rope, or working with rope in a rigging loft, sail loft, or aboard a ship. Judging from their size, they came out of a sail loft or rig shop. The average sailor would not have possessed one that big. What is this string-type thing hanging off of Lionel Richie's jacket? Can it be pulled? Seen on American Idol. This is a weird string-like shoelace hanging off the back of his shoulder. There are no other strings like this on the jacket anywhere. I can't see the type of jacket and can't find it online. I was also thinking it might be some sort of tightening string, but only on his right shoulder. That wouldn't be easy as Sunday morning, unfortunately. This has not been answered for a while, maybe because that's rare. This is a shirt made by BORIS BIDJAN SABERI. His signature is this pull-tab style thing. He attaches it to nearly every piece of clothing he designs. No function at all. Just a neat way to tag his stuff. What is this small brown plastic cube with images of animals on it? I found it some years ago on a beach in Oregon. Any ideas? Looks like it may be from a Vietnamese game called BUQ Sip, a gambling game using 3 dice. The game is often played during the Vietnamese New Year. What are these tiles next to the path? What are they for? So there's this path where many people cycle, and the municipality dug 2 holes next to it and laid these tiles. There is another path just like this one behind where the picture was taken, and it did not get these tiles. These tiles are about 20 by 20 centimeters and seem to be made of concrete. One row is laid in a line in the other row. The tiles are turned 1/4, making a kind of wave pattern. Hoping someone happens to know. I'm super curious. These are permeable pavers or drivable grass, and they serve a dual purpose. They offer an extension of the paved surface for larger vehicles, yet allow grass to grow in between and water to permeate into the soil. They are commonly used on the banks of rural Dutch roads. The main road will be asphalt and designed just wide enough for a car to safely pass a bike to deter cars from speeding. The sides will be paved with these strips to allow cars to slowly pass one another, if need be, without destroying the grass and turning the banks into mud. What are these little black discs recently installed in doorways in my office building? There doesn't seem to be anything on the door itself that would line up with this thing. What is it for? That is RFID security checkpoints called Guard Tour System. It's a system for logging the rounds of employees in a variety of situations, such as security guards patrolling property, technicians monitoring climate-controlled environments, and correctional officers checking prisoner living areas. What is this wooden rack with some kind of cradle? I don't know the age or origin. Approximately 9 by 12 inches. One of the people who lived in this house used to do massage, and someone thinks it could have been associated with that. But we can't figure out any way that would have been possible. All of these pieces are fixed. There is no adjustment for size or position or anything like that. I was clearing out space and had no idea what this is for. It's a trivet. They're usually used for placing cooking vessels on top of it. It stops the cooking vessel from damaging surfaces, like tabletops. What is this metal tool that clamps onto a table? The handle spins the wheel, and another piece attached also spins. I found it in a basement of a house bought in 1968. The previous occupant lived there from 1922 to 1968. No writing or logos. The handle that spins the wheel is wood, but everything else is metal. Pretty rusted. It's a 1800s cast iron mechanical tabletop thread winder, or a rope maker. As turning the wheel makes the hook spin, it could be a cable, wire, or rope twister. What is this small engineering device that looks to be homemade? It has a dial indicator and manual controls. Looks like it might be used to accurately position something. That is a jig for quality testing. It is a piece of equipment that ensures the product is built to specification at the production stage. It identifies design flaws early on, preventing these flaws from passing into the manufacturing process. What is this object fell from the sky yesterday in the city of Santos, Brazil, and hit a car parked in the street? The car owner said it was pretty hot when found and had a rotten egg odor. A hydraulic piston makes perfect sense. Some types of grease or oil will give off a rotten egg smell as they age and break down. High-pressure additives in gear oil can produce a strong sulfurous smell. I suspect it's part of an aircraft landing gear. What are these gold markings on the ground? 5 round and gold markings on the street in Munich, Germany. They are made out of bell bronze and trigger some kind of bell sounds when you step on them. It's art. Several hundred acres of small mounds and pink flags were found near Delaware, Ohio. Each mound is about 6 feet by 3 feet and has 3 or 4 pink flags on it, about the size of a grave. There are thousands of mounds and tens of thousands of flags that extend on both sides of the road for a mile. Used to be a farm. Any ideas? This appears to be a part of the H2 Ohio Wetlands Restoration Program. They are marking newly planted trees to prevent damage. They planted 18,550 trees, as well as a diverse seed mix of native plants. This site will eventually be transferred to a wildlife. What is this plastic box with vents that opens up, found on the backyard fence? My parents recently moved into a house and found this on the backyard fence. It is a little less than a foot tall. It has a hinge door that opens with some weird cardboard inside. We thought it might be a birdhouse of some sort or something for storage, but cannot figure out what it was used for. The slats aren't really big enough for birds. It was just hung to the fence with a nail. If you know it, please tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.